Good morning and welcome to Maryland Today. My name is Jeff St. Pierre, and today I have one of my favorite guests in the studio, and she's one of my favorite because she always comes chock full of information. And today we're focusing our efforts on the members of our military, current and former, and their families. Joining me today is Nina Heck. She's the Director of Counseling and Client Services at Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Maryland and Delaware. Nina, thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we did just celebrate Veterans Day a few days ago, and November has been designated as Military Family Appreciation Month. You know, these events help us acknowledge the sacrifices that service members and veterans and their families have made over the years. Today, though, we're going to talk about a challenge that they face off the battlefield. That's personal finance. Now, Nina, I understand that there was a recent study that took a look at this issue. So what can you tell us about this?
Jeff, what we found is the National Foundation for Credit Counseling 2014 Military Financial Literacy Study is based on a poll that was conducted with 267 active military service members. And it found that relocations and sequestration have taken their toll and left service members financially vulnerable. For example, 57% of the service members who responded to the poll said that they were very worried about their potential loss of income and job security resulting from defense cuts and downsizing. 28% worry more than they did last year about how their financial situation will affect their future in the military, and more than half don't feel prepared to deal with these financial emergencies.
Well, Nina, you mentioned the word downsizing, and that's a word that a lot of people are concerned with. So it's easy to understand why service members would also be concerned about that as well. How does this affect them on a personal level?
Well, it has a really major impact in how they're going to make their plans. Mm-hmm. Many of the service members entered the military with expectations of retiring through the military, so they had lifelong expectations with them. And now they're finding that because of the downsizing and the cuts that they're going to have to make a change, and it's not something that many of them are prepared for.
I'm not sure if you have an answer for this, but about how many of the service members that are being affected by the downsizing have a financial safety net to rely on?
Not as many as you may think. Most of the enlisted service members find themselves living paycheck to paycheck. So a recent study even showed that more than half of them were already receiving food stamp assistance.
Wow.
So you have to take into consideration the cost when they have to be deployed and they've left a family behind and they're trying to, give money to the family member that's overseas, plus keep the family and structure intact here. And it's a costly adventure for both sides.
How big of a problem is debt for service members?
Well, what we found is that 58% of the service members polled by the National Foundation for Credit Counseling said that they had some credit card debt being carried over month to month.
Okay.
One of the other things that I found interesting is that further in the study, twice as many of the service members, 6% versus 3%, had paid less than the minimum required payments in the last 12 months. And, of course, this financial habit can be very costly in that it affects their credit score and it affects their potential to take on additional credit if needed.
Now, Nina, I understand that CCCS has joined an effort to help members of the military become a little more financially informed.
We have. We, of course, have always been dedicated to working with the military. In my almost 30 years of service here, I've worked a lot with the different military bases, Aberdeen Proving Ground, Edgewood, Arsenal, all the different bases. And our goal is to make sure that they understand that we're here for them. We offer the financial counseling in our branch locations as well as telephone. And, and then in addition to that, we've just recently started with a new initiative called Hands-On Banking.
Well, I want to talk about that in just a second, but since we were just discussing how you do help these military families, why don't we get that contact information out there? So if somebody out there listening is interested in contacting CCCS, they can do that.
Certainly, Jeff. They can call us at 1-800-642-2227, or they can look us up on the website at www.cccs-inc.org.
So what exactly is this hands-on banking, and how does it work?
Hands-on Banking was an initiative that was put out by Wells Fargo, and it's a whole array of military services that we now have available to offer to the military, and it can run anywhere from just simple banking instructions all the way to retirement, deployment, and purchasing homes.
Well, you mentioned it was sponsored by Wells Fargo, so exactly what role does CCCS play in this effort?
Well, we, of course, are there to work with the military, again, on a basis of one-on-one financial counseling, if that's what they need. We also offer presentations on the military bases. We've worked with different family readiness organizations on the basis to let them know that they can send their members to us in times of need, whether it be for budget or credit counseling.
Why don't we take a deeper look at some of these different opportunities that you do offer? How does financial counseling help out service members?
Financial counseling allows them to be better prepared as far as their budgeting and their financial management of their income. So the idea would be that the counselor will work with them looking at their income. We go over their assets, their liabilities, and their debt. And what we're trying to do is pull a plan together to see how they need to work with their money on a day-to-day basis to get their bills paid. Obviously, the transition, if they find themselves, in a transition to civilian life, that's going to change a lot. So the budget is very important at this point.
So how does counseling help them become more financially secure?
Well, by going through the budget and determining what their wants are versus their needs, and then working with them to understand that there's probably going to be some things in the budget that's going to need to be focused on a little differently.
Sure.
Some of those things might be, looking at their means of car insurance, for example, the cost that they spend for that, or maybe for their renter's insurance, or just even, simple things like cable and internet, just trying to make budget adjustments in order to make their budget workable for them.
As is generally the case when anybody's coming looking for advice or looking for support, they're usually already having an issue. So when service members come to you and they're already financially overextended, what help can you provide to them?
Well, once we assess their budget and determine what their current income is at this time, we have what's called a debt management program. So if we find that in looking at the creditors that they may owe, or maybe it's collection agencies, whatever that might be, what we do is determine what those payments are that the creditors want from them. And if they're in a position at this point not to be able to meet those, then the debt management plan allows the consumer to pay one payment to us, and we pay those payments out to their creditors. Oh. So for convenience, it gives them that one payment. They send it in to us. We pay that to the creditors. And oftentimes the creditors in return will give maybe an interest concession or reduced payment on these accounts. And of course, that helps to make the payment fit in their budget better.
Yeah, and that debt management program must also help service members on the job as well. Help them focus on things, right?
It definitely does, because obviously what we don't want is a service member being concerned about their finances. Sure. And, that also pertains to the fact that, oftentimes we have military that are sent to us by their commanders because they're subject to job security clearances. Mm-hmm. And in that respect, they will, the commander may see that there's some issues there, and they may consider them, someone who needs to come to our organization. So oftentimes we get referrals from the commanding officers for the member to come to us for help.
Well, Nina, I'm a firm believer in the fact that you can never give out contact information too much. So just in case anybody listening didn't hear us mention it earlier, can you give us that contact info for CCCS one more time here?
Certainly, Jeff. It's 1-800-642-2227, and our website, cccs-inc.org. And I'd also like to point them, when they're on our website, if they go to the resource tab, we have this new initiative, Hands-On Banking, is right on the resource tab.
Oh, great.
And they can click on that, and it'll show the array of different modules that we have. Again, as I spoke earlier, anywhere from banking all the way through wealth, education, retirement, purchasing a home. So those are all there. We also have a lot of different resources that are available to them as well.
Perfect. Well, Nina, I'm glad you mentioned hands-on banking again, because I want to get back into that. Tell me a little bit about the seminars. How do they work? The
seminars are set up by, again, usually a base family readiness person will contact us, and they may have a group of service members that might be interested in budgeting or saving, or maybe their credit report or score. To date, we've been to Dover Air Force Base. We've worked with the Curtis Bay Coast Guard, also the Maryland Center for the Vets Education and Training. So we try to get our topics out there and make the military bases aware that we have this. And then again, it can be backed with the financial counseling. So they also have that opportunity to, to back up to if they have the need.
Well, what types of money management topics do you cover in the different workshops?
Again, Jeff, it can depend on what they're looking for. We do the savings, we do banking, we have credit report and credit scores, spending smart. There's a lot of different topics, and it really varies depending on what the need is that the person from the military base feels that particular group needs at that time. But I can also say that we have potential to run these modules concurrent. One of our locations in Dover, we actually offer a presentation every single month. We will cover every one of the topics that they see on that resource tab under Hands-On Banking. So they actually post those topics monthly, and it's open to anyone on the base as to how many times they'd like to come or to which ones they'd like to attend.
Wow. Well, you've mentioned a few things here already in the last minute or two, but what tools are available for those service members who want to learn more about money management on their own?
Well, again, I would probably direct them to our website, to www.cccs-inc.org, and to our resource tab. The Hands-On Banking information is right there. We also have an awful lot of information on our website for anywhere from resources that a person might need just for making their budget work. We have a lot of calculators. We have an array of topics that they can go to, depending on if they're purchasing a home or maybe they feel they need to consider bankruptcy. So there's all that information's in our website.
The website is a great way to contact CCCS, but also there's some phone numbers involved here too. Nina, why don't you hit me with that contact info one more time?
Okay. We have, for anyone listening that would like to have financial counseling, it's 1-800-642-2227. And for members of the military that would like to schedule an educational workshop, they can contact us at 410-747-2050. And Lori Jankowski is the person that they would be asking for, and she's the one who will work with them to set up these presentations on the base.
Well, before we wrap things up here, Nina Heck, Director of Counseling and Client Services at the Consumer Credit Counseling Services of Maryland and Delaware. You have anything else that you'd like to say to service members and veterans who may be listening right now?
Thank you, Jeff, for having me today. And I'd just like to thank all of the service members out there for their service, as well as the families and the veterans that have worked countless hours and had so many personal sacrifices. Know that you can come to us if you're struggling financially, and understand that this counseling is confidential. There's nothing that's going to be released to anyone. This is strictly between the counselor and you. So reach out to us if you find that you are in need of any of our services. We'd be glad to help you.
Well, thank you, Nina, so much for coming by again today. Always appreciate you having here, and a lot of wonderful information as always. Thanks again.